phones, Babylons can't crack the
These three brothers are some of the most recognizable faces in all of basketball around the world right now. You don't even have to be a basketball fan or keep up with the sport of basketball to know who these three are. These three are the Ball brothers, Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo. These three brothers are known for their basketball talents and what they did at Chino Hills, all together winning a national championship when Lonzo was a senior, LiAngelo was a junior, and LaMelo was just a freshman in high school. And they were going against some very tough competition, but of course, they're also known for their dad, LeVar, who says some pretty outlandish takes, but some of them have come true as of late. The oldest brother of the three, Lonzo, was a highly touted recruit coming out of high school and would commit to UCLA, and he balled out there. He was even drafted with the second overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft to the LA Lakers, but he would eventually be traded to the New Orleans Pelicans in the Anthony Davis deal, and right now he's currently the starting point guard for the Pelicans. The youngest of the three, LaMelo Ball, was just drafted in the 2020 NBA draft with the third overall pick by the Charlotte Hornets, and he seems to be the future of their franchise right now. But the one who hasn't been in the spotlight as much as Lonzo and LaMelo is the middle child, LiAngelo, and honestly, he's probably the best shooter out of both of them, and he's a really good basketball player. But what's his story and what has he been up to? In today's video, I will be talking about the LiAngelo Ball story. LiAngelo Ball would first enter the spotlight while he was in high school at Chino Hills High School in California, where he played basketball alongside his brothers. Now, just a quick disclaimer before I talk about his high school basketball career at Chino Hills High School. I only have stats for his junior and senior season that I took from maxpreps.com. His freshman and sophomore season I do not have. In his first two seasons at Chino Hills High School, LiAngelo Ball would be starting alongside his older brother Lonzo, and they were a pretty good duo. They were very good shooters in high school, and Chino Hills would win a lot of games, but would never really be able to win a state championship. They would get close, but they couldn't quite win it all. In LiAngelo's junior season at Chino Hills High School, he'd be playing alongside his older brother Lonzo and his younger brother LaMelo Ball, who was a freshman at the time. Now, this was Lonzo's senior season and last year at Chino Hills High School, and they took the basketball world by storm. They were the best team in the country. They won a national championship and a state title in what some argue is one of the hardest divisions in all of college basketball and the hardest division in California. And he balled out. He led the team in scoring with 27.4 points a game. He was a baller. This Chino Hills team would also never lose a game this season. They went undefeated. In LiAngelo Ball's senior season at Chino Hills High School, he would not be playing with Lonzo anymore because Lonzo was at UCLA, but he would still be playing alongside LaMelo. And they were known as one of the deadliest duos in the nation that year. And Chino Hills definitely didn't disappoint. They ended up going 30-3 and did not win state, but they were still one of the best teams in the nation. LiAngelo Ball this season would average 33.8 points a game, leading the state of California in scoring, and his team, of course, obviously. LiAngelo Ball this season was named All-Area Player of the Year by local newspaper publications, and not only that, he was named First Team All-State and Honorable Mention All-American selections by Max Preps. LiAngelo Ball in his high school career was definitely one of the best shooters in the nation and possibly one of the best players, even though he wasn't highly ranked in a bunch of the rankings. But I personally thought he was one of the better players in the nation. Maybe not top 10, but I definitely thought he was up there for sure. Now, LiAngelo Ball, for his junior and senior stats, he averaged 30.3 points a game, 1.2 assists, 1.7 rebounds, 0.7 steals, shot an insane 49% from the field and 36% from the three. The dude was a baller and a walking bucket. LiAngelo Ball, coming out of the 2017 recruiting class, wasn't the most highly touted recruit in basketball. In everyone's recruiting profiles, he was just a 3-star recruit, and according to 247 Sports, he was a 3-star recruit just like everyone else had him as on Rivals and ESPN. But on 247 Sports, he was ranked as the 226th best player in the nation, the 50th best shooting guard, and the 22nd best player in the state of California. LiAngelo Ball only had one offer coming out of high school, and this was mainly because he committed to his one offer, and he committed to UCLA very early in his recruiting process, and of course with one offer he ended up going to UCLA. Going into LiAngelo Ball's first season at UCLA, he definitely had a lot of hype with the team, and he brought a lot of hype with the team, especially since Lonzo left. The hype really didn't leave because LiAngelo still was there and was seen as one of the better high school basketball players in the nation and one of the most viewed high school basketball players in the nation in his recruiting class. He brought a lot of attention, but LiAngelo Ball would never actually play a regular season game with UCLA. As many of y'all may know, LiAngelo Ball would never play a game because of what happened in China during the preseason. LiAngelo Ball and two other UCLA teammates got caught stealing pairs of sunglasses out of a Louis Vuitton store in China, and they ended up getting arrested and going to prison in China. To no one's surprise, the three players that were caught stealing sunglasses out of that store were going to be suspended indefinitely for the season. And LeVar Ball did not like this, and he pulled LiAngelo Ball out of UCLA. LiAngelo Ball would end up teaming up again with his younger brother LaMelo Ball, where they would both take their talents to Lithuania to play for BC Vitautas. In Lithuania, LiAngelo Ball came off the bench most of the time, and he played very well, especially compared to his younger brother LaMelo, who struggled with the much older and pro competition. Now in Lithuania, LiAngelo Ball averaged 12.6 points, about 1 assist, about 3 rebounds a game, over half a steal, and shot insane. He shot 43% from the field and 42% from the three. He would end up declaring for the 2018 NBA draft. But on a bunch of the NBA draft boards for the 2018 NBA draft, LiAngelo Ball was not even projected to get drafted in that draft. And to no one's surprise, LiAngelo Ball went undrafted. After going undrafted in the 2018 NBA draft and not getting an offer to join a summer league team, LiAngelo Ball would end up joining the LA Ballers of the JBA and join up with his younger brother LaMelo yet again. The JBA was a league made by LeVar Ball. With the LA Ballers, he put up video game-like numbers, averaging a triple-double and being the finals MVP, winning the JBA championship game. Now, after the JBA, he would actually play for JBA USA, which was a select team that was handpicked by LeVar Ball and other coaches in the league. Now, with JBA USA, they went overseas and they took on other overseas teams, and they were actually really good. I watched some of the games, and he played very well alongside LaMelo, and the team was actually pretty good, and they won quite a bit, but it would end up ending early, and LiAngelo Ball would actually end up having a bit of ankle problems that would end up leading to him having to have surgery in July of 2019 that kept him out for a while because he had to rehab it and go through the whole surgery process. After rehabbing his ankle, LiAngelo Ball would sign a practice deal spot with the Oklahoma City Blue, an NBA G League team, for the Oklahoma City Thunder on December 29th, 2019. On March 9th, 2020, LiAngelo Ball would end up signing to the active roster of the OKC Blue, and he was officially in the NBA G League for good. But unfortunately for him, the first game he was supposed to play, which everyone thought he wasn't eligible to play in it quite yet, and right after that game actually ended, the NBA G League season was canceled. Since the NBA G League season was over, and after the quarantining kind of got less strict, LiAngelo Ball would start training with Jermaine Jackson, who is LaMelo Ball's manager currently, and former high school head coach of LaMelo Ball at Spire Academy, where LiAngelo would end up training with him and LaMelo during the offseason, and they would both just keep on putting in work and training their craft to make them better players, to make them the most prepared for their next opportunity, and opportunity was knocking for LiAngelo Ball. Just recently, a couple days ago, LiAngelo Ball would sign an Exhibit 10 deal with the Detroit Pistons, where basically he's on the preseason roster and he has a chance to be on the active roster. More than likely, if he makes the actual active roster, he'll be on a two-way deal, which means he'll be in the NBA G League primarily, but at some point he will be called up to the NBA for a part of the season. Now, more than likely, if he doesn't just go crazy and just go off and he just plays decent but does good, he's more than likely going to play for the G League affiliate of the Detroit Pistons, which is still really good. I mean, not many people get to play in the NBA G League. But the main thing you need to grasp from this is that LiAngelo Ball is pretty much doing this all on his own. People are doubting him. Even on the draft night when LaMelo Ball was drafted, people were saying, oh, he should have played football, or wow, look at him, or how do you think he feels? People just clowning on the dude when he's a baller. I mean, not many people can play in the NBA G League, and right now he has his first step to accomplish his NBA dream of being an NBA player with his first ever NBA contract. I mean, it's not a big NBA contract or a for sure guaranteed deal, but it's an NBA contract itself. He has the opportunity that he's been waiting for, and I'm definitely going to be rooting for him. I hope he has a lot of success, and I hope he makes the active roster and keeps proving the haters wrong. Well, guys, now that I'm at the end of the video, remember to smash that like button, turn on them post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly, out!